Can a salmon or a fish drown? The answer is yes. And when you live on an island in the summertime, when the salmon run comes up, these fish are 100% relied on rain to keep these rivers cool. And I've been worried about this for a few days now. Can you see all those fish that are swimming by? But can you see all the dead ones? So the river got too warm, and what happens when the river gets too warm, it loses its oxygen. Look at these fish we're walking along with, isn't that cool? And what happens is these fish, they'll actually suffocate. And so you can see this one here, he's running out of air. Here in a few minutes he's just going to roll over and be done, and he's barely able to swim. These fish are congregating below this little creek, but they're pretty much doomed. Check out all these dead ones out here. And I did a video on this a few years ago. This happened, and a lot of folks says no, they're spawned out, but no, they're not spawned out. These fish, some of them still have sea lice in them. They're just super fresh. You can see these ones here, and they're just laying there gasping for air, but they're actually drowning, and they're suffocating. And it's just amazing to see the devastation of these fish when they start rolling over and dying. You can see them all out there. And I suspect, and look at the color on them, they're not in spawning colors, they're still silver and black. Some of them still have sea lice on them. So it's super devastating when this happens. It's the last thing you ever want to see in a salmon run. And a lot of fish, they realize this, so there's still runs of salmon that want to come up the river, but they know that they're not going to make it in this low warm water, so they'll return to the salt water where they can breathe, knowingly that if they come up here they're going to drown. I feel bad. Look at this guy, he's just gasping for air. He's just about done. But anyway, I'll make a video of this for you here in the next 2 days, but my opinion, by probably tomorrow or the next day, if you come in here, there's probably going to be thousands of dead fish, if not tens of thousands of dead fish. And I just come from another spot upriver where it's a little worse than down here. So what these fish will do is they'll try to find moving water. They'll try to slot up below this moving water coming out of the higher creeks to give them a little oxygenated water so they can actually breathe. But anyway, just food for thought. You would never think that a fish could drown, but they do drown, especially when you live in places with short river systems that depend on rainfall to keep the rivers cool and full of oxygen. Anyway, you all have a super blessed day. And it breaks my heart to see these fish travel their whole lives and then come up in here and have something like this happen. And they're just beautiful fish, and it's just a shame to see them travel that far and then just roll over and suffocate. Anyway, you all have a blessed day. I'll make you some follow-up videos on this. Probably not tomorrow, but the next day I'll come in here, and I suspect without any rain, which we don't have coming, you're probably going to see probably tens of thousands of fish in here that are passed away. Anyway, you all have a blessed day. Coming to you from a beautiful place. I was going to fish, but I'm just going to leave them alone today, and hope for some rain so that they can save these fish. It's kind of crazy because a lot of people say, well, can't you save them? What can you do? Well, you really can't do anything. You know, this is Mother Nature, and Mother Nature is the only one that can save these fish, and that would be by rainfall. Anyway, you all have a blessed day. Send you a big old smile from here on the river watching the salmon. All right, see y'all. Okay, bye.